another relishing encounter for Arsenal as they go for a midweek game against Brighton. It is a match which proves to be another banana skin for Arsenal. It's also a match that is going to determine how much they've learned from that barren draw at Brentford and also at Molineux against Wolves. This is the game that will take Arsenal to the summit of winning the Premier League, having won the two rivalries in the London Derby, the North London Derby and the London Derby. But come to think of it, Arsenal did not play well against Chelsea at the London Derby. The last 30 minutes of that game was pathetic. It was one that left all of us having our hearts hanging in the balance. Welcome to another fantastic edition of Arsenal Fans, being brought to you by Arsenal Fans. We're going to be looking at the match against Brighton. First time Arsenal played against Brighton in the Premier League game was in October 1st, 2017. And they actually came to play against Arsenal at the Emirates, coached by Chris Horton. They showed a lot of discipline, a lot of tactical know-how, and since then, Brighton have proven to be a buggy team for Arsenal. But this is a match that Arsenal must learn how to run, must learn how to defend relentlessly for the entirety of the game, knowing fully well that Brighton know how to really play football. They play this endless attacking football, and even in the final third, they are always progressive and they are really daredevils when it comes to nicking their chances. So Arsenal have to look out for players like Mitoma, Diego Gomez, who scored a fantastic goal against Nottingham recently, and also the evergreen Daniel Welbeck. Not to talk about or forget about Pascal Gross and Mitoma. So these are the players that Arsenal have to look out for. Another player that Arsenal need to look out for is one player that always like taking out Arsenal players, either ensuring that they commit a foul or they commit some indisciplinary action on the pitch that will lead to them nicking a red card. Remember Van Dijk, he truly knows how to get under the skin of Arsenal players. So going into this game, Arsenal need to be disciplined, tactically disciplined. They should be willing to run for the entirety of the game. This is not a match where Arsenal is going to start playing very well in the first 45 minutes and capitulate in the next 45 minutes. For the entirety of the game, they must play according to the referees. We should not waiting to see what the referee will do or whether the referee will call a foul or an offside. Every ball must be fought for. And looking at this Brighton side, you can't take anything away from them, especially with the way Fabian Hesler has really tutored them. Having Milner in that team, who happened to have recorded a Premier League history with his appearances. Anyways, this match promises to be an interesting one. How is Mikel Arteta going to go into this game? And how do you expect Mikel Arteta to really line up for this game, knowing fully well that every game going forward is a must-win. It's a make-or-mark game for Arsenal till the end of the season, because now they are closer than ever, but they just need to take it by the gauntlet by being disciplined and being dauntless. And like I've always predicted all season, Arsenal must be playing with audacity, authority, and presence. Playing with presence means that at every first ball, you must win it. You must win every second ball, not allowing your opponent to have the breathing space. You must be clinical in front of goal, because one of the biggest things that has affected Arsenal this season is our inability to take our chances going into these games. And all the goals we've conceded are committal errors. So their mental capacity, mental thinking ability has to be intact. So going into this game, I expect Mikel Arteta to go into this game playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, not the regular 4-3-3 that he used to play, because this game is a game that is a must-win. So this match promises to be an exciting one, considering the way the Fabian Hesler boys play. They're undeterred, they're unfazed, they're not scared of anybody. So going into this game is going to be one that is going to really require a lot of tactical discipline from Arsenal players as well as Mikel Arteta. As always, it's going to be David Raya for me in goal. It's going to be Timber, considering the way he has really progressed from the recent lethargic performance he has put up. And against Chelsea, he came alive, scoring that second goal, and the way he was able to hold his line. And Saliba also, while we were even talking in the live show, saying that Saliba hadn't scored for a very long time, he came alive and scored that first goal for Arsenal in the London Derby. So it's going to be Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, the undoubting defender. It was his Trojan-like and warrior-like manner that led to Arsenal scoring that first goal against Chelsea. Pierre Hincapié, even though he had just one abysmal moment of allowing himself to concede that goal, it wasn't his fault. He was trying to defend it, and somehow the ball just flipped through his head and went to the back of the net. So it's going to be Pierre Hincapié for me. For me, this is the game that I truly want. I truly want to see Christian Noga starting. I want to see him starting this game, or better still, let us have a Declan Rice playing in the 6th position and having Zubimendi in the 8th. We saw that tactical switch between Zubimendi and Declan Rice in the game against Chelsea, and it proved to be something that I want to see regularly, because Zubimendi is too many back passes are causing us a lot of issues. You could remember in the game against Chelsea, we almost had that one frenzy moment where he made an error again with that back pass. So I want to see Zubimendi playing in the 8th position and Declan Rice playing in the 6th. These are the tactical switch that we need to make in order to make us quite unpredictable. On the outside left position, basically I want to see Martinelli start this game. Trossard didn't have a good game against Chelsea, so I want to see Martinelli starting this game with Victor Gyökeres playing in that number 9 position, and Eberichi is starting again. And as always, I want to see Bukayo Saka starting on the right-hand side. This game promises to be an interesting one, because the way it is, Arsenal is going to play that 4-2-3-1 formation, where we're going to be having Declan Rice and Zubimendi, and have Martinelli, Eze, and Bukayo Saka, with Victor Gyökeres leading the line. The players that Arsenal need to look out for are 3 key or 4 key players that are very, very daring when going forward for Brighton. Talking about Diego Gomez, Daniel Weberg, Pascal Gross, Mitoma. These are the players they need to look out for. And for the attackers, they need to forget about the antics of Van Heck and Dunk, because these are the guys that seems to try to play under the skin of Arsenal players. I don't know what you think, but for me in this game, I think it's going to be a 2-1 game. 2-1 victory for Arsenal over Brighton. Arsenal is going to be coasting clear with 2 goals, and they're going to concede in this game. But if we're able to do our homework creditably well, this is a game that we can just go and win easily, because we're not going to be seeing the Brighton side that's going to be playing a low block. They're going to be playing in transition, and playing in transition should be something that will be able to give us an opportunity for us to truly hurt them. But how clinical can we be in front of goal? I don't know what your take is. In case you have a different or contrary opinion to what I said, please make it good to go to the comment section, indicate what you think is the best team selection for this game, as well as your scoreline prediction. It's a match that is coming on a Super Wednesday. It's a midweek game, and we hope that Arsenal are going to take this by the gauntlet and commit by defeating Brighton. And I say it is 2-1 to the Arsenal. Until I come your way again, don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Until then, come on, you Gunners!